We have seen the acceptance of Amintiri, the love for Amintiri in the city. It is accepted so greatly, and you are a well established brand as of now.
We are not in the business of just making money. That kind of a business is too poor, right?
Correct.
Rockefeller said it.
Probably they might be getting thousands of searches
Yeah.
in the platform for Amintiri, and customers end up finding no results. So I'm really sure aggregators might have approached you that please.
You can build products. You can create a delivery ecosystem. But how do you bring consumers?
So how do you come up with flavor innovation like your pineapple-lychee-cherry, for example?
And flavor ideas do come from the entire team. Anyone from the team is welcome to throw an idea.
How do you manage quality at scale?
Gourmet does not necessarily mean less volume. You can be gourmet, you can do clock volumes. Volumes are desirable, right?
Wow.
I cannot be pish posh sitting in some citadel and say I'm gourmet and sell 2 cakes in a day.
Welcome to Pro Foodpreneur series, in which we bring India's established and successful food entrepreneurs to share their success stories, their failures that they came across, and the breakthroughs they really made, and how they built brands that really won the hearts of customers. And in today's episode, we are going to have a guest who has built an exceptional gourmet celebration cake brand without depending on aggregators. So, I have with me today the founder and CEO of Amintiri, Mr. Suraj Madhnani here. Hello, Suraj.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let me ask you this: what sparked the idea of Amintiri?
It was largely a desperate move, actually. I had a brand before Amintiri called Stoner Ice Creams, which was struggling. Great brand, popular in Bangalore, but financially it was not modeled right. It has it. There were structural issues in the business model. We were highly reliant on aggregators. Ice cream as a category is difficult to navigate in Bangalore. We were selling other food products like burgers and pizzas, which were famous, but the revenues were skewed towards ice cream, and it just didn't build the revenues. The numbers weren't there, and I was losing a lot of money. You know, a lot of money, and Amintri was like a desperate last move. How do you bring back profitability in the enterprise? So Amintri started as a ancillary unit kind of a sort to bring back some sales and profitability into the company, and that's all. But we started with just brownies and cake loaves, and slowly we built it out, and other categories kept getting added.
Got it. So you said Stoner was not, it was doing well, but it was not profitable.
It was a very popular brand, and it had a good run for 2.5 years, 3 years, I
course.
suppose. Post which we started struggling. That was a very, very disastrous period for me. But it also forced me into action. Success sometimes makes you lazy. And failure instills paranoia.
True.
And you propel into action. So good. Overall, it's been a great journey. Yeah.
So I think that is one thing which is common in all the successful food entrepreneurs. I think I haven't really heard a story in which somebody says I just opened, it made a sensation. It's not like that. People had to go through the failure. I think failure is one of the important parts of people who do it in a long run, right?
I think it's a building block for sure, because only then do you realize that you're as vulnerable as anyone else in the market, and you're kind of proactive post a failure, right? Initial success, instant success, makes you kind of relaxed and reactive person, and you don't assume the worst. So I definitely think failure is a vital building block, to succeed. Yeah.
Great. So, what do you think is the primary reason for failure of Stoner?
My stupidity. uh, wishful thinking. You think that you touch anything and it turns to gold, because your life experiences has shown you that you have a few successful ventures, a good run for some time, and you have not been challenged by the market.
Hmm.
Until such time you assume that you are brilliant, right? But then everything is questioned later on. I think it was largely wishful thinking that I was opening 2,200 square feet of ice cream stores. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? No. And although I had other food products, the brand got identified with ice cream, and that was the large chunk of the sale. And it was just stupid. Yeah.
I like your honesty. So, do you think Amintri is an expensive brand?
No, I think I'm not expensive at all. At least my customers haven't told me that I'm
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah,
So everyone, I think there's value in the product.
correct.
I don't think people typically say anything is expensive or cheap. I think we definitely look for value. You may spend, you know, 1 lakh rupee a night on an outing, but if you do see value in it, you're fine, right? As long as customers see value, uh, I don't think I can call it expensive.
Right. So, I think I still remember you telling you are super affordable.
Yeah, we fall into the
Affordable
bracket
premium.
of affordable luxury.
Hmm.
That's where we want to be, at
Hmm.
least as of now. Ideally, we want to be luxury, but we are navigating in the Indian market. So this bracket, I think, is suited better. Affordable luxury. I may be challenged. I may be not as evolved at the moment. Maybe there's a bigger, better luxury market, and slowly we'll move towards it. Let's see. As of now, this is working.
What was the very first product that Amintri sold, and who was your first customer?
I don't remember actually. It's been so long. But I think the first customers were mostly friends and family, and I used
Correct.
to sell my cakes on WhatsApp.
Wow.
Yeah, so it started as a WhatsApp business. I used to, we had a very crude catalog which was sent out, and I would solicit orders.
Hmm.
You know, if you want a brownie, let me know. Sort of a business, and it was largely customers who were coming to Stoner, who I was introducing the brand to. That's how it started. I do remember my first customer who ordered on the phone. It was Miss Amrita Menon. She's still a customer. She still directly calls me for some of our orders. And I'm like a concierge for some of those initial customers, and I absolutely love it. I love serving them even now. Yeah.
Great. So that means the idea of Amintri came when Stoner was already in place.
Stoner was in place. Stoner was struggling to make ends meet. Uh, it was loss making, popular but loss making. From the outside to the world, it looked like, oh, what a brand, Stoner. But every month my bank accounts were dwindling, so it was tough. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think you said it very well. Popular but loss making.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I
Because
think that's the case with a lot of food brands.
you're true. So we are now living in a country where people hate the duopoly of online aggregators today.
Okay.
That is very clearly evident. We go to LinkedIn, it's literally a complaint platform now. People complain. But somebody like you got a lot of guts to say no to aggregators, and you are, I think, literally delivering 20 kilometers all over the city. You're delivering your products directly without relying on aggregators. So, what made you to take that call?
I think first of all, I don't think people hate aggregators. I think I, as a consumer, love aggregators.
True.
As a service provider and merchant, it does not work for me. I think what the aggregators have done is phenomenal, and it's created unbeatable convenience for the customer, right? I think they've really contributed to the industry and accentuated the consumption curve in this market, right? I don't think the hate is coming from the consumer. I don't think there's hate coming even from the service providers who can negotiate better and be on those platforms, right? Smaller businesses, newer businesses are not able to have those negotiations because they are simply not in a position of power, right? And I started out as a small business, and it was very clear to me from my stoner experience that as long as you don't have a meteoric volume of business, you are not going to be in a position to bargain or negotiate with them. And if you're not a credible, legit brand in any given city, it's very hard to bring them to the negotiating table. So with Amintiri, it was not, I had already suffered losses in the previous brand. So Amintiri, I said, okay, this is going to be a direct to consumer brand, and D2C businesses were gaining momentum. It was just that it was not done in the F&B industry. It was largely done in apparel industry, jewelry, those sort of industries, right? In F&B industry, it's also difficult to visualize something like that, right? But we picked a category which was suited for D2C business model. So I think it was a hard call, and we did negotiate with both the aggregators, but we were not getting the deal we were looking for. So we said, okay, let's just kill the idea of even expecting anything from them and build it out on our own. And surely the product being as good as it is, it succeeded. My understanding and my learning has been that people may go out of their way for a great product. It may not work very well with food. For cakes, it's working. For gifts, it's working. We have also launched flowers now, about a month and a half back. It's working. It may not work very well with every meal. For select purchases, it does work.
True.
Yeah.
But whatever you have just done through D2C, I think it's a phenomenal example in the country that you can also build something on your own without
Yeah.
depending on third party.
Yeah, so it's like a midway out. It's you want your business to be large enough, which is possible with aggregators. You want your business to be profitable enough, which is questionable with aggregators, especially when you're a small business. So I have just stayed away, and I'm able to build a decent brand. I also think the aggregator ecosystems are commoditizing products, right? Today, I'm not ordering my favorite biryani on the aggregator platform. I'm ordering a biryani which is available to me in 20 minutes. So there's a material shift in consumer behavior, and that is a cause of concern because can the biggest brands in the country be dislodged? I'm sure, the brands are also going to respond well enough and going to give you the products in 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I think it still ends up what size are you, what brand are you able to wield some negotiating power with aggregator. If you're not, it's better to stay away, which is what I have done. It's worked for me till now. I don't know if it's going to work forever. Market will tell.
Lovely. So already we have seen the acceptance of Amintiri, the love for Amintiri in the city. It is accepted so greatly and you are a well established brand as of now. So I'm really sure aggregators might have approached you that please, because probably they might be getting thousands of searches
Yeah.
in the platform for Amintiri and customers end up
Yeah.
finding no results.
Yeah.
So I'm very sure they might have approached you
Yeah.
multiple times. How many times they approached you and what was your answer?
It would be unfair to quote a number here, but we are in touch. We have friends at both the companies. We talk to each other. It's a friendly banter all the time, and yeah, the numbers have changed. The approach has changed, but consumer takes precedence when you're making those decisions. If I do not have profitability in my company, which is the lifeblood of any business, how do I relentlessly reinvest in elevating products and services and experiences. The store that we have made in HSR, it's a super luxury store. I could only do that because there's some amount of profitability left for my enterprise, and it's my job to protect my consumer interest, right? So which is what I'm doing. My loyalty is supposed to be towards my consumer, right? We are not in the business of just making money. That kind of a business is too poor, right?
Correct.
Rockefeller said it, right? So we are building a brand, because after couple of lakh of rupees you make, your lifestyle is not necessarily upgrading. You're living the same lifestyle. We don't need a lot of money. So then you are going back to work for, you know, maybe, you achieve some amount of self actualization. Maybe you're going back to work to test your skills. Okay, how far can you go with your mind? Can your hypothesis be true? Those sort of things, right? How far can you push the consumer market? Can a great brand be built out of India? Can we really go international, which is so hard, right? We are not even in the multiple cities of India. There's so much work to do, right? And you can't be embroiled in the drama of day to days, right? You need to step back and see. Yeah.
So, based on whatever you just said now, does that mean can I take it in a way that you are not going to be present on aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato?
Not sure, Karthikeyan. At the moment, no. You never say no, right? You claim victory, and then 5 years down the line, you have to chew your own words. It's not a good position to be in, right?
Correct.
I don't want egg on my face. So I will say I'll not be a vociferous no, but at the moment it looks like the brand is building on its own pretty well. So, and to be honest, they are not on our mind at all, right? We don't sleep at night thinking, oh, can we think about them? Amintiri is on our mind. Consumer is on our mind. We don't even think about them. Let's see how it evolves. We are not sure.
What was your biggest challenge in building your own D2C ecosystem?
I think bringing consumers onto your website is very challenging, right? Because you can build products, you can create a delivery ecosystem, but how do you bring consumers? That was a hard nut to crack. And it took time. Word of mouth definitely helps, but it has its own pace, right? You can't expedite word of mouth. I cannot tell my consumers that please do word of mouth for me, right? I cannot force feed information to others, right? So that takes time, and that did take time. COVID actually helped us quite a bit because our cost of advertisement went down by a significant margin, and we could garner a lot of eyeballs back then. That brought a lot of people on the website, and the brand really got established pretty fast because of COVID, right? A lot of times people ask me, do you have a co-founder? I say, yeah, COVID was my co-founder. So COVID did help, and it did help a lot of internet businesses, not just me.
Yes.
Many D2C brands succeeded in that time frame, right?
True.
It just expedited the growth curve, right? Interesting times. Of course, we lost a lot of people. I lost two of my friends in COVID. Business grew at the same time. So it was mixed feelings.
I can understand that. So, how do you come up with flavor innovation like your pineapple-lychee-cherry, for example?
I think we keep trying. A lot of our products have also been discontinued because they have not worked. We have really loved some of our products, but market tells you which are the products which are going to do business and which are the products which are not really acceptable. And flavor ideas do come from the entire team. Anyone from the team is welcome to throw an idea, and if it's nice, we have a great chef who's a stakeholder in the company.
Wow.
And he's very open to ideas, right? The whole team keeps throwing ideas at him, and a lot of them get tried out, right? If once we are convinced, we put it out in the market. Then if the market is convinced, it shows in the numbers. So it's constant evolution. Yeah.
Understood. Now that we spoke about flavor, innovation, etc., right? If I ask you to choose between innovation or quality, which one you would choose? I mean, a primary thing that you should focus on, which has more weightage, innovation or
I
quality?
think over a long term quality, uh, but to be relevant, innovation. I think innovation at a level of product is different from innovation at the level of business model, right? So we are a very innovative business model also.
True.
I don't think you can make a choice between one or the other. Both come in handy in different times at different phases. Yeah.
Got it. So, what makes Amintri to stand out apart from the flavors, the product, when it comes to packaging and delivery? What really makes Amintri to stand out?
I think one decision that we said we'll go direct to consumer, that has a very big trickle down effect on the entire business. Because we are direct to consumer, we have protected profitability. Because we have protected profitability, we have had the ammunition to continue to innovate, to pay well to our team members, to work on newer products, more packaging, invest that money on spaces, right? So one decision has had a big trickle down effect. Also, we have saved ourselves from getting commoditized, right? So that one decision, I think, has had a profound effect on the business.
Got it. So, what is the role of branding and positioning in terms of Amintri as a brand?
I think brand gets built out in the minds of the customer, right? You cannot tell that this is my brand.
But still, you put out your communication in the form of colors, in the form of,
That is logo.
yeah.
Color schematics, logos is not brand.
Wow.
A lot of brand is established when conversations are taking place, right, between consumers, right? When word of mouth happens between consumers, that's where the brand is getting built, right? Oh, try out that brand. Oh, try out that T-shirt. It's bloody amazing, right? That is where brands are getting built out. I don't think brands get built out through your activity. Brands get built out by consumers. Of course, your activity leads to those words of praise with the consumer. So your job is to enable that by giving great products, better services, preferably decent communications, whether it's your customer support or people at your cafe. Hygiene gets noticed, right? So a lot of those activities are noticed, are received, and then spoken about, and that's how brands get built. So it's a very slow, painstaking process, and I don't think it's just I have a terrible carry bag, by the way. All right, it has not affected the brand much because it's irrelevant. It's just carrying the product, right?
Wow.
Right. I'm not very happy with that bag that I have, but then there are cost considerations. It has not affected the brand at all.
Because usually when we talk from a branding perspective, it's always about, even I was thinking it is about colors, it's about the font, it's about packaging, but I got a totally different perspective from you. It's about the consumers, thinking about the consumer experience, because when we don't keep consumer in mind, then all this branding is not going to be effective.
Packaging, I think, is a intrinsic part of branding because design leads the brand. Packaging is a significant part of it. So, for example, our packaging, the cake box is so indulgent, the box itself. When you bring out the cake for a celebration at your house or in a party or wherever, in a restaurant, wherever you're cutting your cake, the box itself goes on to show that the celebration has begun because it's such a high quality box. Right? So the celebration has started even before the cake is cut.
Wow.
Right? I think packaging, yes, to some extent. Colors, maybe not. Logo, maybe not. Name, maybe not. Consistency of the product, of course, right? I cannot. You are in love with the pineapple-lychee-cherry, and you have tasted it for maybe a few times at least, right?
Yeah.
Can we be consistent, right? Those things in food business, consistency is one of the hallmarks of a great food business is consistency, right?
True.
So we have been consistent. It's just first principles thinking, Yeah.
Great. So, when we talk about Amintiri's Cloud Kitchen, the one which delivers the celebration cakes all across the city, is that still a single kitchen or is it like multiple hubs?
It is deliberately a single kitchen because the top team is sitting there and monitoring quality closely. You cannot have your top team sitting everywhere, one, and you cannot have a very high cost structure into the company, which just escalates the cost for the customer. So we have a single kitchen from where we service all the way up till Yalanka, Electronic City, to the remotest part of the city. The kitchen is very centrally located in Domlur, and from where we deliver to the whole city. The cost of delivery goes up for the customer, but they are more than willing to pay for the high quality.
True. So, do you have pickups also available from your kitchen?
People from the neighborhood do come, but we do not encourage that because parking is an issue there. Also, we highly discourage it. We say, please order, we'll bring it to you.
Great. How do you manage quality at scale? Because you are, I still remember sometime I ordered during Mother's Day, and I was surprised to know that today it's all done. All the slots are sold out.
Yeah.
They said you have to order tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's a huge, even though you are a premium brand, it's
Yeah.
not like the pricing is, of course, more than the average cakes that we get, right? The amount of love you got from the consumers is immense, right? So definitely you are, even though you are a gourmet brand, I would say you are still a volume brand.
We are a mainstream brand.
Yeah.
We are a mainstream brand. Gourmet does not necessarily mean less volume. You can be gourmet, you can do clock volumes. Volumes are desirable, right?
Wow.
I cannot be pish posh sitting in some, citadel and say I'm gourmet and, sell 2 cakes in a day. I think that's not good business, right? So, yeah, volumes have been growing. Quality to manage at scale is easier because you have the ability to hire better team members, more qualified people. Scale brings a lot of advantage. In fact, you are able to afford the best talent in the market. Scale actually makes managing quality easier than harder.
True.
Yeah.
So, what is your biggest learning from running this delivery business without aggregator? What is your biggest learning?
I think one of the good learnings that I've had is to continue to learn.
Wow.
The learning does not stop.
Great.
I think that is one good learning. You never think you've arrived.
Awesome.
And that's what happened in HSR outlet. Although we are a immensely popular brand in Bangalore and so much of our product even goes outside of Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi and all of that. Right?
Oh, you do deliver outside also?
Yes. Some of the products are
Oh.
sold across India and we have significant volumes there. But when we went to HSR, in this first month, I've had at least maybe 40, 45 people who tell me that they have never come across the brand. So it's so, insightful because you can never think you have arrived. Market has its way of humbling you. It's also very exciting because now my God, there's such a big potential market even now. So there's so much room for growth.
Wow.
Right? So it's actually very exciting when you discover so many people don't know you. There's so much more ground to cover, so much more market to be created. Right?
You are still grounded. You don't think like, oh, you don't know about Amintiri. What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You don't have that kind of feeling, but
No, I don't have false airs about myself. No.
you still take it positive that I still have room for
growth.
tapping the market. And
I think if you're not grounded, nature has its own way of
absolutely
having you grounded very soon.
Absolutely.
So it will throw you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Today, in this episode, we have discussed about Amintri as a cloud kitchen and its success all over Bangalore without depending on aggregators. So, in the next episode, we are going to again discuss with Suraj about how he pivoted the cloud kitchen expertise and the customer base that he has built into a multi specialty cafe model. Thank you. Stay tuned.